Bless up, and welcome back to Entourage Records. You're new via here, please consider subscribing. Turn on your post notification bell so whenever I make a new upload, you can be the first to be notified. So today we're going to dive in a story of Jamaican dancehall star Squash. Him rising in music, him legal troubles, and a serious federal case now unfolding in Florida. So basically, this is the rise and fall of Squash, otherwise known as Six Boss. So, born Andre Maurice Whitaker, Squash is a bold dancehall artist from St. James, Jamaica. So, in May of this year, he broke out with a debut EP, It Being Famous, landing several songs in the top 10 trends in Jamaica. But prior to that, on February 24th, Squash was pulled over in Miami. Authorities were tracking him via one FBI surveillance. And me and uno know say this surveillance stem from when the incident go on a few years ago. When I talk about the RICO case, so it's possible that them can have Squash as a gang leader. So you know American police work, them don't rush to judgment. Them just go ahead and watch you. So this is one to Squash where the police started to watch him after him brethren when got jail. And when them two bodies they went drop, that's from when them started to watch Squash. So they discovered a modified Glock pistol, one chip Glock, in the glove box where Squash was arrested and charged, and rightly so, he pleaded not guilty. Where the initial charges were illegal firearm possession and concealed weapon without a permit. So Squash appeared in the Miami-Dade court on March 26 and again on April 12 for arraignment. He pleaded not guilty on both charges. But on June 5th, Judge Ariel Rodriguez granted a prosecution request to dismiss these charges. This was when the feds them forward. At the June arraignment, federal prosecutors assumed the case. So Squash now faces two federal charges. One, being an undocumented alien on possession of a firearm and ammunition, and also illegal possession of a machine gun. These charges carry up to 10 years each, or a mandatory 15 years if prior convictions are found, plus potential deportation. So the federal authorities allege Squash is the leader of the G-City Gang, a transnational criminal organization. So them claims say the gang has been active in violent crimes across Jamaica and Florida since 2017. So what them do now, them go dig up some background for Squash, and them realize say he first entered the US legally in 2019, but allegedly re-entered illegally in 2021 after fleeing Jamaica amid the gang violence where did that go on in Montego Bay. So he was detained at one time by ICE, later released on bond after marrying a US citizen who supposedly bought one of the weapons. So Squash now faces a federal trial scheduled to begin September the 2nd in Southern District of Florida. But he has up until August 26, 2025 to accept a plea deal, which is a critical decision point. So we don't know exactly what the plea deal is or what I'm going to offer him, but this is where Squash stand right now. Where damn if he do and damn if he don't. Because for all who know about federal prosecution and them high rate of conviction, them know say basically this is an open and shut. Most of the time, it's an open and shut case. So at this point, it not look so good on inside. So this is where Squash and Theme G-City Gang carry himself from musical ascension to major federal charges, alleged gang leadership, and one trial a loom over him head. This is now becoming a trend for dancehall artists, especially from Jamaica, because we have dancehall artists all over the world, who dash away them career, send themselves to jail, or send themselves to prison. This won't be the first or the last dancehall artist who get caught up in these things, because they don't know how to adjust themselves when them go to a different country, knowing this is not Jamaica. This is the United States. We're under different laws, different kind of policing and thing. Not them police where Jamaica were arrested and investigate after. It doesn't work like that. Police, especially the feds make sure them tie you in but a whole heap of things, because them want to send away for at least 10 years. You know, say, with Buju, I mean, even though that kind of like an entrapment, but we saw what happened. Him could not get out of that. And him lawyer didn't know too. Him lawyer, Marcus or whatever you want to name, didn't know. Well, this is something similar now where happened to Squash, where he was boneheaded. Remember back when time, the J-Man incident, when say Squash fouled out after he couldn't take the pressure. Him cuss off even where one name when normally show him face and talk about the crime or whatever the case may be. That same one there. We can talk about in the comment section. Cuss off even him. Squash also fouled out and say music him do. Him not involved in these things or whatever. And we all know, no matter what, Squash keep on preaching G-City. And we all know say G-City and one gang. From the mere fact the feds take over the case, them have concrete evidence pan Squash and whosoever else, but them know say Squash at the head of this whole thing. So as long as them if and who to tell, maybe J-Man was giving some information to get film sentence reduced, but we don't have the evidence to that. But this is a lesson to all Jamaicans and plus the dancehall artists them who think them can run them badness at Jamaica and also do the same thing in the States. You hear what the charge? Transnational. That means say crime from Jamaica in the States. That means say, so just like them always brag about them imported badness. Well, the imported badness right now in a problem because the feds have certain kind of technology when they're Jamaican at all. The feds them have patience where if them suspect you of a crime, them suspect you are a leader in anything, they are going to tail you for a very, very long time. Remember, the cheap Glock or an illegal machine gun in the States, and modify it, and the modification, I want Chinese modification. Chinese is one next country. Modify this where it spit like a machine gun, where you can send out X amount of rounds per minute. I think it's 50 rounds in a 5 seconds, I think that's what it can do when they make it a cheap Glock. Well, at that the man them a run with. And at that. So when Squash get arrested, he basically get arrested on the style. Them are watching, yes, but them already know the charges them, but them are going to lay down upon him because they have been watching him. So from J-Man them get arrested, right there and then, Squash became a target. But you're my bad man and then had no sense none at all. Saying he became a target. Him still the same place in South Florida. Him not left. So whatever movements where him make, I see a place in South Florida. Saying, so them not forward out of the area there, so them not gone up north past Boca Raton and gone up in Florida like Orlando or whatever the case may be. They right there. They're right there. So I guess they want there where the excitement and the whole works there. So then they're right there, so. And this only give the feds easier work for do. Them not for real look for him. They know part him live. They know when time drive out. They know every movement where him make. This are them man, and them want him, and them gonna take as much time to get him. So we don't even know if the feds was eavesdropping upon him call. More are likely 8 to 9 out of 10 because them a survey him. So any conversation where him having a theme house, them more likely a eavesdrop upon him and a hear every darn thing what him say. Them money are bad man, but them fool. They mix up badness with music or music with badness. Them get one opportunity, one gold spoon, and all they did where they were forward from the ghetto and them supposedly run left the arms house at Jamaica, or better yet, they run from the violence to save him life. But then again, based on the charge, when I say transnational, that means in import. That means in bringing theme other friend them, in badman friend them, if come guard him, if he continue with the same badness, where them the run left at Jamaica, but them continue it in the United States of America. All I can do right now, I pray for Squash, or pray for himself, because, as I say, this more look like one open and shut case, where this is the rise and the fall of Squash and the G-City gang. The other subscribers want to tell me what to think, want to tell me where Squash go wrong, I want to tell me if I set up and get set up, or he's just plain dumb and fool. Now leave in the thoughts in the comment section so we can talk about it. We've come to another video. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel those who haven't done so as yet. Also, please turn your post notification bell so whenever I make a new upload, you can be the first to be notified. Peace out, bless up. I'll definitely catch you in the next one.